Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda Marsalis. Welcome to Heard It on the Shark. I'll be your show host, and Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area is your show sponsor. Heard It on the Shark is a weekly interview show that airs every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi. Then it's released as a podcast on all the major podcast platforms. You'll hear interviews with the movers and shakers in North Mississippi who are making things happen. I'll talk to entrepreneurs, leaders of business, medicine, education, and the people behind all the amazing things happening in North Mississippi. When people ask you, how did you know about that? You'll say, I heard it on the Shark. Heard It on the Shark is brought to you by the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area. We want you to get out and discover the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of the Mississippi Hills that are right in your backyard. And of course, we want you to take the Shark 102.3 FM along for the ride. Musical credit belongs to Hill Country Blues guitar legend Gary Burnside and the late great Buddy Grisham, playing Long Way Home from their album Acoustic Brothers, which was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Hey Shark fans, it's Melinda with another episode of Heard It on the Shark, and today I am on location in New Albany. The tagline that New Albany picked is the heart of the Mississippi Hills, and it sure is a strong heartbeat over here. There is so much retail activity and growth going on in New Albany. I thought I'd just come over and talk to a few of the movers and shakers in New Albany and see what they've done to make it such a strong retail economy and a fantastic place to live. And the first person I'm going to talk to today is Suzy Bowman. Suzy is with the Create Foundation, and she is in charge of what's called the Community of Excellence Initiative. So Suzy, thanks for coming over to Main Street in New Albany to talk to me today.
It's always great to be in the studio with you, Melinda.
Now, Suzy, I feel like every time you change jobs, I re-interview you, but it's because I know that wherever you are, there's going to be some great things going on.
Oh, I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate you following my career like that, and it has been some exciting twists and turns that have led me to, honestly, exactly where God wanted me to be at the Create Foundation.
It's a funny little road we have to travel, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, let's get down to talking about the Community of Excellence Initiative. Just talk to the Shark fans about what that means.
So the Community of Excellence Initiative kick-started through our Commission on the Future of Northeast Mississippi at the Create Foundation. We have 6 active communities in Northeast Mississippi that are doing the Community of Excellence Forum right now. It's Tippa, Alcorn, Union, Pontotoc, Chickasaw, Lowndes, and we're soon to kick one off in Itawamba. But I kind of streamlined this here in Union County a little over a year ago before I even came on board with the Create Foundation in this new role. So I got to kind of come alongside Billie Jean Stroud in her role here of tourism in Main Street, and we developed a community forum here called the Community of Excellence Forum. So we kick off with a community-wide forum where we got a steering committee together of those spark plugs in the community that want to have a vision for what the future of New Albany and Union County looks like, and that's how it started.
You know, it's so funny you say spark plugs. After I went to our community initiative in Ripley, I went back and started a message board called Spark Plugs, and we have all the retail owners on there, so when anything happens, they can come to that message board and they can say, oh, I want to participate in Galentine's Day. So it's just an easy way for us to talk, but we call ourselves spark plugs too.
I love it. And once you find those spark plugs, you realize like those are your people that can really make things happen.
So tell me about that. You are finding people in town who are interested in making New Albany and Union County. Is it countywide?
Yes, it is countywide.
Okay, making Union County even better than it is. So talk to me about who those people are and the things you're doing.
Well, first of all, you have to like kind of step outside of your own bubble that you're in and find those people. And that's what this initiative has really done for us here. You know, I said I had not worked very much with our wonderful Hispanic population here in New Albany, and now we're very connected. You know, so we made sure that every walk of life, every diversity group was represented at that initial steering committee meeting and then our community forum. And I was really proud that we had, every single walk of life of New Albany and Union County at the table having a voice for what they want the future of New Albany and Union County to look like.
So give me some things that you guys are planning.
So we really, once the community forum came to life, we had some things kind of rise to the top that we wanted to focus on. And we've kind of put those under balloons of task force teams. So we have a beautification, children and youth activities, community health, cultural awareness, and then kind of a big bubble of quality of life. So that could be big projects we want to bring to the table, and how we're going to kind of make that happen is these task force teams will meet quarterly sometimes, but really kind of your spark plugs meet all the time. The meetings behind the meetings of things that we want to see come to life.
Now, you've said that you are in charge of it as your job with Create, and you are also, as a community member, involved in it in a local way at Union County. So let's talk about the big picture. Tell everybody, because all our shark fans are underneath, I think, that umbrella that Create would reach, and they will probably have their own Community of Excellence program in their town. So tell where all they're located and how they can get involved.
So in our Create coverage area, we have 17 counties in northeast Mississippi. Right now, we currently have the 7 communities: Alcorn, Tippah, Pontotoc, Union, Chickasaw, and our newest one, Itawamba County. So those, I hope I didn't miss one. But those are the counties who are already kind of actively involved in this initiative. We're always looking for someone in our other counties that are not represented in that group do you want to be one that starts one in your community? And we come alongside you and help you kickstart that initiative.
And what does the beginning, because in Tippah County we have done the first few steps, so I know the answer to my own question, but tell everybody what the beginning steps look like.
So first of all, you really want to have a steering committee and get your local officials involved. Let them know that you're trying to create this platform for community improvement, for continuous community improvement. That's one of the things in Union County that we feel is so powerful about the Community of Excellence initiative is that we are growing. We're lucky to be one of the communities in our Northeast region that is seeing population growth. People want to move here, and people want to live here. People want to visit here. So we know that we're kind of at that turning point of where we've really got to just keep focusing on that growth and how to sustain that growth. So every Community of Excellence initiative is going to look very different. You may have a Community of Excellence initiative in a part of our region that is seeing population loss, and what is that going to look like? So everybody can start at a Community of Excellence initiative no matter where you are.
So if your community is thriving, or if it's not thriving, if it is one of those that's shrinking, you can at least stop that shrink by starting this initiative. Now, how should they get started? If somebody just wants to not be in charge of anything but just get involved, what should they do?
Contact me. I mean, truly, that's the beauty of the role that I'm in as the Director of Regional Impact at Create, is that I get to kind of help you make that happen and connect you with people who can help you funding projects and doing, like we've worked a lot with Mississippi State and Ole Miss. And actually, I do want to plug that those are the core partners with the Community of Excellence initiative. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, TVA, ARC, and Create are the 5 core partners.
And Mississippi State, when you say them, is that the group that comes in and helps you to see what could be different in your town? I've forgotten what they do, the name of their group.
There are so many different groups at Mississippi State that actually do community engagement and community development type organizations. Stennis, the Stennis Center is one that we work actively with. Billie Jean and I just met with the Division of Community Engagement, and I cannot remember, but there's economic development. I mean, they have so many resources that we've worked with at Mississippi State, but what they can do is kind of take our visions that we're having, our community visioning, and bring it to life with project creation.
So what's a small thing, Suzy, if people want to even just not even jump in quite yet, but just give it a try, a small little thing that you've seen make a big impact in New Albany?
I'll tell you, one of the biggest things that we've seen kind of come up through various Community of Excellence initiatives that we have going on right now is beautification. Your first impression of what your community looks like is huge. And that goes back to quality of life. I mean, people don't want to live in a place that is not having, that quality of life appeal for all generations. And I think that that's another thing that we do really well here, but we always want to focus on beautification and development of our downtown area, Delta. Quality of life is, you said it, population loss goes back to quality of life. People don't want to live where towns are not thriving, where they can't have recreation, where their kids can't play sports. They don't have good shopping. I mean, you said that we have a vibrant downtown shopping area here, and we're proud of that.
Suzy, give people your business contact information.
Contact me at Suzy@createfoundation.com. Reach out to our office there in Tupelo, and they'll connect you with us, and I'd love to come sit down and talk with you about how we can get this going in your community.
Okay, everybody, this has been Suzy Bowman at the Create Foundation talking about communities of excellence. Reach out to her today and get involved. Suzy, thanks again.
Thank you so much. It's always great. I love the work that you're doing. Keep making us moving forward as a region.
All right, Shark fans, that's it for this edition of Heard It on the Shark. Tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to hear from local community leaders. If you want to listen to this interview or all of our interviews, you can find them all at shark1023.com. Keep it tuned to the Shark 1023 and have a great rest of the day.
The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area was established by the United States Congress in 2009 and represents a distinctive cultural landscape shaped by the dynamic intersection of Appalachian and Delta cultures. This intersection has produced a powerful concentration of nationally significant cultural icons, including King of Rock and Roll Elvis Presley, First Lady of Country Music Tammy Wynette, blues legend Howlin Wolf, civil rights icons Ida B. Wells-Barnett and James Meredith, America's favorite playwright Tennessee Williams, and Nobel-Laureate William Faulkner. The stories of the Mississippi Hills are many and powerful, from music and literature to Native American and African American heritage to the Civil War. The Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area supports the local institutions that preserve and share Northeast Mississippi's rich heritage. Begin your discovery of the historic, cultural, natural, scenic, and recreational treasures of our region by visiting the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area online at mississipphills.org.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.